Welcome, welcome. Today's topic is the top 5 reasons accounting firm owners avoid selecting a niche. This is Loren Fogelman with Business Success Solution. And basically, this is about looking at your business model. Do you love change, or is it something that you resist? And there's a variety of reasons as to why we lean into some things and we lean back from others. However, it is so important to make a decision. Do you want to niche your firm, or do you want to remain a generalist, and why? And what are some of the reasons maybe that you might be thinking about it, but you haven't done it yet? So if you've been thinking about niching your firm, but you're not sure how to do it, or you've been getting in your own way, you've been overthinking it, then I'm going to give you some of the top 5 reasons that maybe you haven't moved forward yet. You've been stopping yourself, and a different way of looking at that. So the very first thing is there's a fear of choosing a niche, because you worry, what if you choose the wrong one? I know that is true for everybody. It took me quite a while before I was very clear about accounting firms being the particular niche and industry that I wanted to select. But the real honest truth is that if you find your first choice isn't a fit, you can change direction. You're not stuck with it at all for the rest of your life or for the duration. So once again, yes, I understand the fear about choosing a niche. I went through a lot of it also. It was something that is a process. It doesn't happen just overnight. However, if you find that you chose the wrong niche, then absolutely can pivot and make a choice to move in a different direction. The second thing that comes up is the fear of losing clients, because you feel, what if there is someone outside of my niche that I know I can help, and I'm afraid of losing that additional business? In the big picture, yes, there are probably some people that you could help that will not reach out to you because they don't make that connection that you can help them as well, since you're focusing on this particular segment. But what I believe that by having a niche, being more selective, is that you recognize you can't help everyone. That's true whether you're a generalist or not. But now you get to be more selective about your quality clients and who you choose to engage in your firm services. So that's number 2, is the fear of losing a client. Number 3 is imposter syndrome, where you feel like a fake. You feel, who am I to call myself an expert? Or I haven't worked enough years in that particular industry to give myself credentials as a specialist or not. So sometimes when you're moving in that direction, it might feel intimidating because you don't have enough credentials or years in the field. I understand that. Now, something to think about is that most people, professionals, no matter whether they are solo business owners or in the top 4 in the C-suite, at some point, they have probably faced imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is likely to hit 75% of high achievers. And if you're a woman, it's actually a little bit more likely that you're going to experience it at some point than if you're a man. But it tends to hit high achievers, at least 75% of them, and women tend to experience it a little bit more than men do. But the bottom is, do not undervalue what you have to offer. You know what you're doing, you know the difference that it makes, and you have to first connect with your value before you can expect anybody else to recognize the value that you bring to the table. So over time, you consistently gain skills, fine-tune your insights, gain expertise. Think about when you first started out in the field, how little you knew now compared to now. And that is true once you develop a niche, is that it's an evolution, and you will continue to gain insights and mastery over the course of time. Number 4 is you do not know how to start. And this is where I'm coming from, a place of compassion. Sometimes we have to just get out of our own way and stop researching it, thinking about it, and just start doing it. And some of the questions that come up along the way is, who do I serve? What do I offer? This is messy. It is really messy moving this direction sometimes. And that if you don't know who it is you want to serve or what you want to offer, then I would say look at peeling the onion and start looking at who you don't want to serve or what you don't want to offer. And let's go ahead and start to think of what you don't want to do. And that will start to narrow the options and give you more insights as to the parts that you enjoy doing most. So once again, if you're not sure where to start, think about what it is you don't enjoy doing, who you don't enjoy working with. Let's get at least that off the list, and that will give you some more insights as to which direction you might want to go in. Okay, number 5 is rejection aversion. This means that you avoid controversy. You love serving and making people happy. You want people to like you. And those things are all important. It makes a difference. You have a business. Of course, you want to be customer centric and really client centered. And if you started out working for somebody else, you learned that you had to accept everybody and find a way to work with everybody, whether you like them or not. So that comes through when you have your firm as well. But I just want to say, saying no sometimes feels difficult. However, there's a cost to enrolling the wrong client into your firm. You pay a heavy price as far as emotional cost when you're working with the wrong type of client. And I want you to not ever have that happen, because let's face it, once you bring on the wrong type of client, you're going to tolerate them for a long, long time. And it's not necessary. I'd rather you be more selective up front and bring on those dream clients. So think about the fact that, yes, sometimes saying no, that I'm not a right fit for you might feel difficult, or that you might disappoint someone. I do understand. But I think that people would prefer you being upfront and honest with them before you get started and there's any investment of time or services, rather than later on down the road where there might be regrets on both sides and nobody's separating, even though it's not a great fit. So just think, if you're onboarding the wrong people, it prevents you from working to your strengths. It also is going to limit your income. So I do get it. And I will just say, people need your service. Take the steps to develop a niche for your accounting firm based on your expertise. So once again, I'm just going to quickly review the 5 reasons that might stop accounting firm owners from selecting a niche. The very first one is fear about choosing it. You might choose the wrong one. The second one is the fear of losing clients, because maybe someone outside of that particular segment doesn't realize that you can help them and you know that you can make a difference. Number 3 is imposter syndrome. Maybe you don't have enough years or credentials to be able to feel that you can call yourself a specialist yet. Number 4 is you don't know how to start. Start with who you don't want to serve or what you don't want to do. And number 5 is rejection aversion, because the word no is very, very difficult to say. And I understand that. So once again, like I said, people need what you have to offer. You do make a difference for them. And think about how you might be ready to get out of your own way, make that decision to really commit to offering the right service to the right people. It puts you squarely on the road to having your dream firm. So if you find that you're holding back from having a niche, this interests you, you want to start moving in the right direction of carving one out for yourself, then join my complimentary masterclass, How to Develop a Highly Profitable Niche for Your Accounting Firm. It is on Wednesday, this Wednesday, July 12th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. Once again, How to Develop a Highly Profitable Niche for Your Accounting Firm, Wednesday, July 12th, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and you can get the details at businesssuccesssolution.com/niche, and I will put that below. Please connect with me. Let me know what you took away from this, where it is that you're moving, who it is that you feel that you want to serve, and what you want to do for your clients to make a difference. Loren Fogelman, showing accounting professionals how to double their income, working half the time.